Well, you have to figure that in this case, what he's looking for is to get a resignation so he would have another seat to fill. Cook by herself isn't going to make any difference in terms of whether the Fed lowers interest rates. But this seems to be part of the ongoing Trump revenge tour here, where he has asked people to go after certain folks and try to get them in legal trouble. Bill Pulte, the head of the Federal Housing Finance Administration, sent a letter to Attorney General Pam Bondi yesterday asking her to investigate Cook for possibly taking out 2 mortgages that contain fraudulent statements. We don't know for sure if there's anything wrong or any charges could be filed, but the president today posting Bloomberg's story on Truth Social and saying that Lisa Cook must resign immediately.
I mean, within this is the turmoil out there. For example, talking to James Bullard, scheduled on Friday as well. Parse of the X number of chairman-to-be or chairwoman-to-be, Michael McKee, parse how many of them, in your opinion, are ready for the job, ready for the mission?
Well, I think most of the people on the list are ready for the job. You've got 11 people whose names have been mentioned, and most of them have extensive experience either in monetary policy on the Federal Reserve or in the markets. There are a couple who may be considered fringe candidates, but I don't think that 11 people are really who the president is looking at. He has told us that he's looking at 3 or 4 people. You probably have to still put the Kevins and Chris Waller up at the top of the list. I think the latest betting market is favorite is Chris Waller. But it's Donald Trump, so one never knows, and he could surprise us. The only thing we know for sure is all 11 people on the list that we have seen are in favor of cutting interest rates.
Michael, as people start to drift into Jackson Hole here, what's the expectation for Friday from Fed Chairman Jay Powell?
That he will not make any commitments for September 17th, that he'll say, again, the Fed is open to moving when it's time, but they want to see more data because unemployment, the employment figures were weak last month, but inflation seems to be creeping up, and those would call for 2 different types of policy response. So they want a better clue as to which one they need to look at by the time they get to September. And of course, we'll have another jobs report, another CPI report, and more for them to base their decision on.
Can I give you an anecdote?
Sure.
So you get off the plane. The way I go out there, folks, you know, the Gulfstream and the Alpine and all that, I get there late, and I'll be there late tomorrow night. So you're wheeling in at 10:30. It's the perfect sky.
Yep.
The mountain cold.
Sure.
It's a beautiful international wooden building. I get up. I get out of the car. And, you know, it's, Tom Keene from Bloomberg, it's great to see you, great. And the doors open, and there's a guy standing at the door holding the door for me. It's Jay Powell at 10:30 at night holding the door for me, and he goes, geez, you're taller than I thought you were.